When you hear mindfulness of breathing, what comes to mind? For most of us, it's probably a simple relaxation technique, right? Something to do when you're stressed out. But what if it's way, way more than that? According to Bhikkhu Analayo's amazing work on the Ānāpānasati Sutta, it is so much more. This isn't just a technique. It's a complete, fully structured path to liberation.
So let's just start with that question. Really think about it. What if a complete, step-by-step guide to understanding your own mind and finding real inner freedom was available to you, right now, hidden inside the one thing you do all day, every day, breathing? It's a pretty radical idea, but it's exactly what this ancient teaching is all about.
And hey, this isn't some obscure, far-out concept. It's like Jon Kabat-Zinn says here, it's all about paying attention to what is always, and I mean literally, right beneath our noses. The whole path is built on something so basic, so constant, that we almost always just ignore it.
So, to be super clear, this is not just about chilling out. The source material talks about this practice as a laboratory manual for the mind. I love that. It's a systematic, 16-step process for observing, understanding, and ultimately freeing your own consciousness. It's an active investigation, not just some passive exercise.
Okay, so before you climb a mountain, you don't just start walking up, right? You have to get to the trailhead, check your gear, get prepared. Well, this practice is exactly the same. The first part is all about laying a really solid foundation for the journey you're about to take.
The text lays out 3 absolutely crucial preliminary steps. First up, seclusion. And this doesn't just mean finding a quiet room. It means finding some quiet inside, by consciously putting your worries on a shelf for a little while. Second, posture. Sitting upright, stable, creating a physical foundation of alertness. And third, and this one's huge, clarifying your motivation, setting an intention that gives your practice a real sense of purpose and joy.
The book uses this incredible metaphor for these steps. They aren't just a boring checklist. Think of a condor gathering itself on a cliff edge, grounding, focusing, preparing, right before it launches into the vast open sky of the mind. That's what these first steps are doing for you.
All right, foundation is set. Now the journey, the ascent, really begins. The heart of the practice has 16 steps, but to make them easier to grasp, they're brilliantly grouped into 4 distinct stages. They're called tetrads, which just means a group of 4.
And the whole practice is framed as this ascent up a mountain. It's not a random walk in the woods. Each of these 4 stages is like reaching a new plateau on the mountain, giving you a totally different view and getting you ready for the next part of the climb.
So here it is. This is basically the map for our climb. You can see the progression so clearly. Stage 1, we start with the most solid, tangible thing we have, our body and our breath. Stage 2, we move into the more subtle world of feelings and emotions. Stage 3, we turn the spotlight even further inward, onto the mind itself. And finally, Stage 4 deals with dharmas. You can think of these as the fundamental truths of reality. This is where we get the really profound, life-changing insights.
The first stage, it's all about getting embodied. The job is really simple, even if it's not always easy. Just be aware of the breath. Is it long right now? Is it short? Can you feel the breath in your whole body? The point is just to build a stable, grounded awareness right here in your physical experience.
Then, in the second stage, we build on that foundation. We start to explore feelings. We actually learn to invite joy and happiness into our experience. But, and this is the key, the real training is learning to feel these pleasant things without clinging to them, to just watch them as another passing cloud in our inner sky.
The third stage. This is a huge turning point. Instead of just watching the breath or your feelings, the mind itself becomes the object of meditation. We learn to see the mind state clearly, to actively brighten it up when it's down, and to bring it all together through concentration. We're now working directly with the tool of perception itself. It's pretty amazing.
And finally, we reach the summit. Now, these last steps can sound really abstract, but the text gives us this incredibly elegant and practical metaphor to make them totally accessible. And that metaphor is a river. That's it. Just picture yourself standing on the bank of a flowing river. This simple, natural image holds the key to the 4 final, transformative steps of the entire practice.
Okay, let's walk through this. First, you just watch the river. You see its constant, endless flow. That's contemplating impermanence. Everything is always changing. Then you focus on how the water is always moving away from you, fading downstream. That's dispassion. Next, you notice the exact point where the water just vanishes from your sight. That's contemplating cessation, the end of phenomena.
And finally, the last step. You just let go completely and plunge into the river yourself. This is it, a total immersion into reality, just as it is.
So after this whole journey, from preparing the ground, climbing up through body, feelings, and mind, all the way to plunging into that river of insight, we finally arrive at the ultimate goal. We're at the summit of the mountain.
And this summit is nirvana, and the text gives us this beautifully direct definition. It's not some mythical heaven or an idea. It's a state you can actually experience. It's the calming of all constructions. Our mental chatter finally quiets down. The letting go of all supports. We stop needing things to be a certain way. And the extinguishing of craving. It's the peaceful, natural result of walking this path.
And so we come back to our condor one last time. Having gathered itself, climbed the peaks, and soared, it now becomes transparent. This final image just perfectly captures the end of the journey. A mind that's clear, that's unobscured, that's totally free, because it's finally let go of everything it was trying to hold on to.
So, what we're looking at here is a complete, profound, and totally accessible path to freedom. And it all starts not with some big, dramatic gesture, but with the simple, humble act of paying attention to one single breath. The entire journey is right there, waiting for you. The only question left is, where will yours take you?